Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Tiger Softball Complex for this Mid-South Conference Tournament opening series matchup between your Georgetown College Tigers and the Phoenix of Cumberland University. We're just about to get underway here, folks. It's an exciting time for Mid-South Conference softball here at Georgetown. Baseball is also playing later tonight against Martin Methodist College in the opening round series. As are most teams in the Mid-South so far. There you can see the matchups between the teams that are playing today: U-Pike versus Lindsey Wilson, Shawnee State versus Frieda Hardeman, Martin Methodist versus University of the Cumberlands, Thomas More versus Bethel, and of course the Phoenix of Cumberland University and your Georgetown College Tigers. So those are the opening round matchups that we have set for today. Campbellsville University took number one overall. They took the number one seed for the tournament. They actually tied with Lindsey Wilson College for co-champions for softball, but we're just about to get underway here at the Tiger Softball Complex. And as we do, and as the Cumberland University hitters step up to the plate, we'll go ahead and get through their lineup. To lead off for Cumberland University is going to be the second baseman, number 2, Tyra Graham. On the on-deck circle, batting second is number 21, the center fielder, Taylor Woodring. Graham chops this one over to Oliver at shortstop. She's going to throw that one over to first for the quick first out of the inning. So that'll bring up Woodring now to the plate. Again, one quick out for Brandcamp in the circle. Woodring in the batter's box, hitting .287 on the year. She has 31 hits and 108 at-bats. 6 doubles, 11 RBIs. Short flare over to center field, Peyton Bazier. She's taking the field once again. She's been out for a little bit of a stint for the Tigers, but now she's back. And as a result, Kristen Klamesch, who was playing center field for Georgetown, now moving over to left. Once again, Bazier in center, West in right. Across the infield for the Tigers, at third is going to be Kaylin Barnett. At shortstop, Carly Oliver. At second, Cassie Reynolds. And at first, Lindsay Mitchell. Behind the plate for the Tigers, Maddie Sims. And in the circle, Meg Brandcamp. Madison Woodruff, the shortstop, is now stepping in the box. She takes that one for strike number 1. Pitch by Brandcamp, good on the inside for strike number 2. Brandcamp so far having a good quick inning, throwing a lot of strikes, challenging the Cumberland hitters. It's her first ball thrown so far in this inning. Woodruff at the plate. She's hitting .333 on the year, 37 hits, 111 at-bats. Takes that one down and away. Count now 2-2. Woodruff actually leads the team in hits at 37 for Cumberland University. She takes that one down and inside. Count now full. So Brandcamp, after throwing 2 quick strikes, now down on the count, now full. Once again to Woodruff at the plate. On the on-deck circle for Cumberland University is Mariah Clark. Woodruff grounds this one over to Barnett. She'll throw it across for the third and final out of the inning. So Cumberland University to start this game go 3 up, 3 down. Brandcamp in the circle along with her defense doing an excellent job shutting down that first inning for Cumberland. Due up for the Tigers. We'll run through their lineup really quick. Carly Oliver to lead off for Georgetown. She's the shortstop. Kristen Klamesch to bat second. Lindsay Mitchell batting third. Kaylin Barnett will be the cleanup hitter for Georgetown. She'll be batting fourth. Maddie Sims, the catcher, will be batting fifth. Peyton Bazier, the center fielder, she's batting sixth. Annie Campbell is the designated player for the Tigers. She'll be batting seventh. Kylie West, the right fielder, will be batting eighth. And in the 9 hole is going to be the second baseman, Cassie Reynolds. So that's your starting lineup for Georgetown College. When we come back, we'll have the defensive lineup for the Phoenix of Cumberland University. You're watching softball on the Tiger Sports Network here on Stretch. Welcome back, folks, to the Tigers softball complex for the Mid-South Conference tournament action. Carly Oliver to step in the box for Georgetown, takes that pitch high for ball number one. In the circle for the Phoenix is going to be Mariah Clark. Let's take a look at the defense for Cumberland U. In left field is going to be Riggle. In center field, Woodring. And in right field, Dunn. On the infield dirt for Cumberland University over at third base is going to be France. At shortstop, Woodruff. At second base, Graham. And at first base, Wiles. Behind the dish is going to be Ashton Blair to catch. And once again, Mariah Clark in the circle for the Phoenix. Mariah Clark coming into this game with a 3.46 ERA. This is her 12th start of the year for the Phoenix. She has 99 innings pitched so far. Carly Oliver hits that one. Does get down that left field line to start off the Tigers with the base hit here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 2, Klamesch.
Tigers have been successful this season when they've gotten that leadoff hitter on, and through productive softball, they're able to move her over to second with another base hit to follow and score that leadoff hitter. So due up now is going to be Kristen Klamesch. Typical bunt attempt right here. That one goes back into the netting. Now count no balls and 1 strike. Oliver with speed over at first base. She's 17 for 18 in stolen bases on the year. Klamesch at the plate is hitting .314. She has 37 hits and 118 at-bats, 7 doubles, 15 runs batted in. Would expect her to bunt again right here. Slap hit instead. That one goes up and out of play over the third base dugout. Count now, no balls and 2 strikes. For Cumberland, for the Cumberland Phoenix, they've had a pretty good run the past 10 games. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games. They are 30-13 on the road overall, so it's good news for the Tigers considering at home Georgetown is 14-4 at home. So Tigers really do well here at the Tiger softball complex. Last week, they did take 3 of 4 games. They took a two-game sweep against Midway University on Tuesday, last Tuesday that is, and then on Friday, they split with the University of Pikeville 1-1, and that series got cut short due to rain over the weekend. But nevertheless, we are here. Georgetown with a 21-17 overall record. Cumberland, Tennessee with a record of 15-21 overall. Georgetown, the 6th seed in the Mid-South Conference Tournament. The Cumberland University Phoenix, the 7th seed. So it's going to be a good matchup here today. Klamesch at the plate really battling. If I'm not mistaken, that's her 6th pitch, all of them being strikes. She's really putting together a productive at-bat against Mariah Clark. In Clark's 99 innings pitched, she has 75 strikeouts, 44 walks. Pitch fouled, swung on and fouled back again. Carly Oliver, it looked like she was taking off on the pitch. We'll have to go back to first base. It's the first ball of the at-bat right there. Once again, Klamesch at the plate doing a good job putting together a quality at-bat, especially early on. Something that you will notice a little bit different here at the Tiger softball complex is that now we have 3 umpires. Klamesch swings, fouls that one back. She does get a piece of it to hit that one in the dirt, so keeping her at bat alive. But as I was saying, you will notice that there are 3 umpires now. Traditionally, during the regular season, there's only 2 umpires, but now that it is Mid-South Conference tournament play, and even as you progress to regionals and then eventually nationals, you'll be getting more umpires to actually cover all the bases and make sure that the right calls are being made. Klamesch fouling another one back into the netting. A 9-pitch at-bat so far. An 8-pitch at-bat so far. Clark in the circle, about to deliver her 9th. That one swung on deep to left field. Left fielder underneath it to make the catch. Still a quality at-bat by Klamesch. I thought that one was hit a little bit harder than it was. We do have a strong wind actually blowing in from the left side, so that's probably why that ball got knocked down so quickly. So wind definitely going to play a
Now batting
factor
the
in
first
this one.
baseman, number 12, Mitchell.
Lindsey Mitchell now to step in the box for Georgetown. Mitchell on the year hitting .420, 47 hits and 112 at-bats, 7 doubles, 8 home runs. So a powerful bat. Carly Oliver takes off on the pitch. That throw nowhere near. Hopefully Carly Oliver's okay as she slid right into the shortstop coming across. Coach Thornton and Coach Kelly Edwards, as well as the trainer, going to go have a look. Oliver taking off on the pitch. That throw wide by the catcher, Blair. And the shortstop, Woodruff, coming across to try and catch the ball before it goes into the outfield. And Oliver slid right into Woodruff. Woodruff is okay. Carly Oliver looks a little bit shaken up, but she is up on the base. That one definitely hurts. It looks like she's checking her stomach as to where that may have gotten her. Oliver at second does appear to be okay. She's trying to stretch out where it hit her. She'll definitely be feeling that one later in this game, possibly in game 2, but definitely tomorrow, as well as making hard contact like that is definitely hurts. But back at the plate, Mitchell in the box with an 0-1 count. Swings at that one back into the netting. Count now, no balls and 2 strikes. As I was saying, Mitchell on the year, she's hitting .420, 47 hits and 112 at-bats, second most hits on the team. She's tied with Carly Oliver with the most home runs on the team. So powerful bat for Mitchell. Swings at a pitch up for Clark. That's her 76th strikeout of the year. Now have 2 outs in the bottom of the first. The third baseman, Kaylin Barnett, at the plate. Takes that one inside and up for ball number 1. Barnett on the year hitting .360. She has 41 hits and 114 at-bats, 10 doubles, 4 home runs, and 24 runs batted in with that 25th run over at second base. And Carly Oliver, this one grounded over to the third baseman. She'll throw it across the diamond, and that'll do it for the Tigers here in the bottom of the first. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. That'll do it for us in the bottom of the first inning. As we go into the second inning, due up for the Phoenix is going to be Clark, Wiles, and Blair to step to the plate. Those are 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Phoenix. We're going to step away for just a moment. When we return, the Phoenix up to bat. Welcome back, folks, to the Tiger Softball Complex. Mid-South Conference action happening today. Brandcamp in the circle delivering a first pitch strike to Clark in the box. Mariah Clark, also the pitcher for the Phoenix, is the cleanup hitter in that 4-hole. Takes that ball inside. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Clark hitting .298 on the year. She has 28 hits and 94 at-bats, 8 doubles, 9 home runs, 33 runs driven in. Leads the team in home runs at that 9 marker. Count on Clark at the plate is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brandcamp on the year has 52 strikeouts. This one rolled over to Carly Oliver, trying to get a backhand, tries to scoop it, doesn't get to it in time, throw across the diamond, not in time, as Clark able to beat that one out. That is an error on Oliver over at shortstop. Tough play for her. She was trying to go to her backhand, swiped it, and the ball just kind of popped out of her pocket, and Clark able to get down to first base in time. So the Phoenix now have a runner at first base.
Now batting, the first baseman, Wiles.
5-hitter for the Phoenix up. That's going to be Ashton Wiles. She's the first baseman. Takes that pitch away for ball 1. Wiles also hitting .298 on the year, 31 hits and 104 at-bats, 8 doubles. Swings through that one and misses for strike 1. Counting out 1 ball and 1 strike. Brandcamp misses that one up and away. Count now 2-1. Brandcamp coming into this game with a 3.48 ERA. It's her 20th start of the year. With last inning already completed, she has 111 and 2/3 innings pitched on the year for the Tigers. She's only given up 43 walks, has 52 strikeouts. The 2-2 pitch. That one missing just away. Maddie Sims behind the plate trying to frame that one back in the zone. Looked good on the corner. Home plate umpire did call it away. So count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one missing down. So tough at-bat, good at-bat right there by Wiles. She'll go ahead and take the walk. So Phoenix now here in the top of the second have 2 runners on, nobody out.
Now batting, the catcher, number 30, Blair.
Catcher Blair now to step into the box. Sims, Reynolds, and Brandcamp having a little conversation. Blair for the Phoenix. She's hitting 349 on the year, 30 hits and 86 at-bats, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, 8 runs batted in. Situation like this, looks like she is going to be swinging. She does take that one, though, on the inside for strike number 1. She didn't show bunt or turn around to show bunt to try and move the runners over. So from what it looks like so far, the Georgetown defense will be playing back. Hopefully looking to get that lead runner out and Clark over at third base. Brandcamp misses that one away. Count now 1-1. Blair pops this one up to the right side. Lindsey Mitchell and Maddie Sims trying to make a catch at the net. Maddie Sims actually running into the fence. Thankfully, there is some padding over there. She is walking it off perfectly okay. That ball, she tried to reach to it, ended up hitting the middle of the fence. Kind of a strange way for the ball to hit, but Maddie Sims unable to come up with a catch. And the fact that it did hit the netting prior to coming down automatically puts that ball out of play. So fortunate for Blair at the plate, a little unfortunate for the Tigers, but Brandcamp does now have a 1-2 count. The pitch, that one misses down. Sims keeping it in front. Count now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, the wind blowing pretty hard in from left field across towards the first base dugout. So wouldn't expect a lot of long balls to be hit over into left field. Blair keeping her at bat alive right there, chasing an off-speed pitch, does get a piece of it to foul it straight back. The defense for the Tigers is straight up as it gets. Bajer being a little off center to the left center gap, but not by much. So straight up defense for Georgetown. That one chopped over to Oliver. Oliver, smart play, going to go ahead and get that lead runner out, and Clark over at third base. Clark had no choice but to run. Oliver, good heads-up softball, getting that lead runner out in Clark. So Tigers now have the first out of the inning.
14, France.
A 7-hitter for the Phoenix. Kinsey France now in the box. She is the third baseman for Cumberland. Swings at first pitch, fouls that one back for strike one. France hitting .284 on the year. She has 29 hits and 102 at-bats. 3 doubles, 5 home runs, 13 runs batted in. She's slugging .461 on the year. That one good on the corner right there. Looked like an off-speed pitch from Brandcamp. It is good enough, like I said, to catch the corner. So the count is no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch, that one missing. Missing way away. Count now 1-2. The runners on the bases for the Phoenix. Wiles at second, Blair at first. That pitch inside. France just getting a piece of the barrel to keep her at bat alive. Barnett at third, really hugging that left field, or that third base line. Off-speed pitch by Brandcamp. She held on to it a little bit too long. That one gets skied up and away. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck for Cumberland is Lexi Riggle. She's the left fielder. Close pitch right there on the inside. Maddie Sims thought it was good as she held that one. She thought that might have been a strike. Home plate umpire didn't call it, so we got another full count. Brandcamp has already given up 1 walk. This one chopped over to Barnett. Through the 5-6 hole right there. Wiles is going to stay at third base. But the runners do advance, so now Cumberland University with 1 out here in the top of the second half. The bases loaded.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 8, Riggle.
Talked a little bit about Barnett hugging that third base line, and as a result, that ball just squeaking by her. If you look at the infield right now, corners playing a couple steps above the bases, but the middle infield playing on the lines, trying to get that force out at home, as every single run matters in this game, and it's just as important to be able to score first, and the fact that Georgetown unable to come up with any runs in the bottom of the first, really trying to look to stop the Phoenix from scoring here. At the plate once again is the left fielder, Lexi Riggle, to step in for her first at-bat. Brandcamp doing a good job getting ahead right here. No balls and 2 strikes to Riggle at the plate. Needs a big strikeout. Ground out to Oliver at the plate. Maddie Sims has to come and step across her body, but we do get the force out at home, so that will be 2 outs for Georgetown here in the top of the second. So another fielder's choice. A lot of balls so far in this game hit over to Oliver at the shortstop position. The 9-hitter now stepping in the box, Dee Dunn, the right fielder for the Phoenix, looking to try and put up across a run here with 2 outs in the top of the second. That pitch missing down in the in count, 1-0. Dunn on the year hitting .314. She has 16 hits and 51 at-bats, 2 doubles, and 7 runs batted in. Got ducks on a pond with the bases loaded. She'll take that one up and away, count 2-0. So good hitters count right here, 2 balls, no strikes. Wouldn't surprise me if she's taking here until Brandcamp delivers a strike, especially with this type of situation. There, you see me being completely wrong as she chops that one to Brandcamp in the circle. And Brandcamp, along with the Tiger defense, able to get out of a big jam on that one right there. Only one hit. Only one hit in that inning for the Phoenix. Other than that, an error and a walk. And a handful of fielders' choices allowed some of the runners to continue to get on. Nevertheless, Georgetown doing an excellent job stranding 3 of the Phoenix hitters that inning. Due up for Georgetown as we go into the bottom of the second. The 5, 6, 7 hitters, Sims, Bazier, and Campbell to step to the plate. We're going to step away for just a moment. When we come back, Tiger hitters looking to strike first. Welcome back, folks, to the Tiger softball complex. That was Maddie Sims, soft little pop-up to the pitcher Clark for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out for Clark. Makes 20 total pitches so far on the day. She threw 19 pitches in that first inning, 16 of them being strikes, and 9 of them coming courtesy from Kristen Klamesch as she put together a quality at-bat in that inning. Now up for the Tigers is going to be Peyton Bazier to step to the plate. Once again, she's been out for quite some time for Georgetown, but she is now back in action once again. She'll go ahead and take that one for a ball. Bazier not wasting any time. Hard line drive over to the third baseman. That was France making that good catch. An extremely hard hit ball. France just in the right position, getting her glove up, but that is why it's called the hot corner for a reason. But France handling that ball well. But Bazier looking good, not wasting any time to take any swings. So it's good to see from her. Annie Campbell now to step in the box for Georgetown. Annie Campbell is the designated player for the Tigers in this inning. In this game. She takes that pitch up. Count now 2 balls and no strikes. Annie Campbell with 8 total hits on the year and 47 at-bats. 2 doubles, 7 runs batted in. Takes that pitch up. Count now 3-0. So a couple quick outs for Clark. Now down on the count to Annie Campbell, 3 balls and no strikes. That one good on the inner half. Count now 3 balls and 1 strike. And after 2 quick outs, if you're Annie Campbell, you're definitely taking until you see a strike. You can't give a pitcher a quick inning, especially after your pitcher has been out on the field for quite some time. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed. So count now full. I believe this is the first count for Clark. She will go ahead and walk Campbell. Campbell just finding a way to get on is exactly what she needs to just extend the inning as I mentioned before, for Brand Camp. Give her a little bit of a break.
West.
Due up now is the 8-hitter for Georgetown, Kylie West. For Clark, that was her 45th walk given up on the year, first of the ball game. West tries a bunt attempt right there. It's no avail. Count now, no balls, 1 strike. West on the year, she's hitting .291, 16 hits, and 55 at-bats. Chops this one over to third. France at third base, doing a good job retiring 2 of the Tiger hitters in that inning. A couple hard hit balls at her. She manages to handle them well.
No runs, no hits, no
That'll do it for the Tigers in the bottom of the second. No hits, no runs for Georgetown. Due up for the Phoenix, going to be the leadoff hitters, the 1-2-3 hitters, Graham, Woodring, and Woodruff, to step to the plate. Once again, folks, you're watching Tiger Softball on the Tiger Sports Network here on Stretch. Welcome back, folks, to the Tiger Softball Complex. Once again, this is Mid-South Conference Tournament action here. This is the opening round series between the number 6 ranked Georgetown College Tigers and the number 7 ranked Cumberland University Phoenix. We are in the top of the 3rd inning. Brandcamp still in the circle. And for her 3rd inning of work at the plate is the second baseman, Tyra Graham, the leadoff hitter for the Phoenix. Brandcamp had a long inning last inning. She threw 31 total pitches, 18 strikes, 13 balls. That one hit by Graham hard up the middle, gets past Brandcamp, and the Phoenix get their second hit of the ball game. With that hit, Graham's now 1 for 2 on the day, and that'll bring up Woodring, the center fielder, up to the plate. She's 0 for 1 on the day. She flew out to center field in her first at-bat. But, I mean, you can talk about, we talked a little bit about in the bottom of the second inning, having the Georgetown hitters extend their at-bats for a little bit longer. As I mentioned, Brandcamp threw 31 pitches in the top of the second, and just moments afterwards, she has to come back out here for the top of the 3rd. So offense for the Tigers needing to be able to put together a little bit longer at-bats, giving her some rest. But nevertheless, she's back out there trying to make things work. Got a 1-1 count right now to Woodring at the plate. Woodring trying a handful of bunt attempts to get Graham from first over to second as the Phoenix try to score first. This one bunting back to Brandcamp. She'll throw it to Randalls, who's covering first for the first out. Barnett doing a good job recognizing that Brandcamp was going to be the one to get the softball and throw it across. So Barnett doing a good job getting back to third base, stopping Graham from actually getting over to third as well.
Now batting the shortstop, number 6, Woodruff.
Woodruff now in the box for the Phoenix. She's 0 for 1 in the day. She grounded the ball. She had a ground out over to Barnett at third in her first at-bat. Yeah, 1 pitch. That one she fouls off the inside of that left ankle. So she's going to try and walk that one out for a little bit longer. Home plate umpire going to go ahead and give her some time as he's wiping off home plate. In baseball, you see it quite often to where those guys are really geared up, almost ready for war with how many protectors that they have on with their ankles or their elbow guards or even their helmets. But the softball player's not having any of it. That one chopped over to Mitchell at first. She'll just go ahead and step on the bag. That will move Graham over from second to third, but that is now 2 outs for the Phoenix here in the top of the third.
Now batting the pitcher, number 39, Clark.
The pitcher now, Mariah Clark, to step in the box. She reached base safely in the top of the second inning with that error by Oliver over at short. She'll go ahead and take that one for strike number 1. Now 2-1 count as Brainkamp misses that one down and in. That one rolled over to Barnett at third. She's just going to throw it across the diamond for the third out of the inning. So that'll do it for the Phoenix in the top of the third. They get 1 hit, no runs.
No runs on 1 hit. No
1 runner left on base. As we go to the bottom of the third, due up for Georgetown is going to be the 9-1-2 hitters, Randalls, Oliver, and Klamesch, to step to the plate. We're going to step away for just a moment. Tiger hitters looking to strike first. Once again, folks, you're watching softball on the Tiger Sports Network here on Stretch. Welcome back, folks, to the Tiger Softball Complex. This one's still tied 0-0. Georgetown College against Cumberland University Phoenix. Randalls at the plate, fouls that one off. Didn't look like it quite caught her ankle. She's still ready to swing in and hit, but the count is no balls and 1 strike. Randalls hitting .343 on the year. She has 35 hits and 102 at-bats, 2 doubles, 12 runs, batted in. Pops this one up to the shortstop, Woodruff. She's camped underneath that, and she'll go ahead and make the catch. The highest ball I've seen hit here at the Tiger Softball Complex. Randall's just getting underneath that one. Wind now shifting a little bit. Instead of blowing in from left, now transitioning over to blowing out to that right field pole. You can see the dust storms coming across the diamond. At the plate right now is the leadoff hitter for Georgetown, Carly Oliver. Oliver 1 for 1 on the day. She singled to lead off the ball game over to left field. She's now in a good hitter's count. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 pitch. That one just catching the corner for strike number 1. So count 2-1. Oliver did pick up her 18th stolen base on the year last inning. Drives this one into deep right center field right there. That ball hits near the top of the fence. She'll go ahead and take second base standing up. So leadoff double for Carly Oliver. Oliver now 2 for 2 on the day. Single to left, double to that right center.
The left fielder, number 2,
That'll bring up the two-hitter for Georgetown. Klamesch now to step in the box. She's 0 for 1 in the day. Hard hit ball to left field. It got knocked down. The left fielder, Riggle, able to make the catch. Klamesch at the plate will take that one on the outer half for strike number 1. It looks like there was a little bit of action down in the bullpen for the Tigers. Meg Brandcamp, or not Meg Brandcamp, excuse me, Sarah Claxon warming up a little bit, but Klamesch hitting that one near up the middle. Carly Oliver able to move from second over to third. Klamesch gets her first hit of the game. Tigers now threatening position with runners at first and third. One out here in the bottom of the third inning.
The first baseman, number 12, Mitchell.
Back-to-back hits for the Tigers. Double by Carly Oliver, and then that single by Kristen Klamesch. Lindsay Mitchell at the plate chases that pitch high for strike number 1. On the pitch, Klamesch will go ahead and trot over to second base. So Tigers now have 2 runners in scoring position. Lindsay Mitchell 0 for 1. She struck out in her first at-bat. Swings at the first 2 pitches right here. Now down, no balls and 2 strikes. Mitchell does have 36 runs batted in on the year. That's just second behind Oliver, who has 40. But Mitchell does have a chance to put up 2 more and give the Tigers the lead. A 1-2 pitch. That one in on the hands of Mitchell. That one does get poked over. Woodruff coming around from second base is Klamesch. She'll go ahead and score. Tigers now up 2-0. Lindsay Mitchell will go ahead and move over to second base. Georgetown now leading this one 2-0 against the Phoenix of Cumberland University. Three hits in a row for Georgetown. The double by Oliver, and then back-to-back singles by Klamesch and Mitchell give the Tigers the lead 2-0. Stepping in the box is going to be Kaylin Barnett. Now looking to continue to keep things rolling here for Georgetown. Barnett swinging at the first pitch. That one chopped over to Woodruff, the first baseman. Wiles able to dig that one out of the dirt and keep control of that. Mitchell unable to advance to third on the throw. Catcher now, Maddie Sims, stepping in the box. She's 0 for 1 in the day. Soft little pop out to the pitcher, Clark. Swings at the first pitch here, fouls it back. Tigers staying aggressive at the plate, as I mentioned. Clark threw 19 pitches in the first inning, 16 of them being strikes. And then the Tiger hitters in the second inning had a pretty quick inning for her right there, with the exception of the walk by Annie Campbell. First baseman Wiles chasing after that one makes the catch for the third and final out of the inning. So that'll do it for the Tigers here in the bottom of the third, but not before they score 2 runs on 3 hits. Tigers now leading this one 2-0 against the Cumberland University Phoenix. Welcome back, folks, to the Tiger Softball Complex. Georgetown up in this one 2-0 against the Phoenix of Cumberland University. Wiles at the plate, rolls that one over to Barnett at third for the first out of the inning. A lot of first pitch swinging on both teams, and a lot of one pitch, one outs for both pitchers. Brandcamp in the circle for the Tigers has had a longer day so far. Once again, that second inning, she threw 31 pitches, only 13 pitches in the third. If I'm not mistaken, she's now at 54 pitches total on the game. So she's able to work her way back. Phoenix hitters helping her out a little bit, once again swinging on those first pitches. At the plate right now, though, is going to be the catcher, Ashton Blair, to step in. She reached base safely on that fielder's choice by Oliver in the second inning. Fouls this one off of her foot. That one looks like it hit the dirt first, so stopped a lot of the pain that could be coming from it. But Blair is now down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Blair chasing that one. That one was up and away. Would have been called for a ball, but Blair keeping her at bat alive nonetheless, with her just clipping that softball. Another pitch away right there. Brandcamp gets her first strikeout of the game.
Now batting the third baseman, number 14, France.
For Brandcamp, that was her 53rd strikeout of the year. I talked a little bit about Sarah Claxon warming up in the bottom of the third in the Tiger bullpen. That's 14, France, the third baseman, flies this one into deep right center field. But Kylie West, the right fielder for Georgetown, on to make the catch. So that'll do it for the Phoenix in the top of the fourth, 3 up, 3 down. Ground out, strikeout, and that fly out to right will do it for them. Due up for Georgetown when we return in the bottom of the fourth. They're going to be the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Bezier, Campbell, and West, to step to the plate and look to continue to extend the lead. Clark still in the circle for the Cumberland University Phoenix. We're going to step away for just a moment, folks. But don't go anywhere. We do appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching softball here on the Tiger Sports Network on Stretch. Welcome back, folks, to the Tigers softball complex. Georgetown still up in this one, 2-0. They scored 2 in the bottom of the third. At the plate right now is Bezier. She rolls this one over to the second baseman, who throws across her body. Good play by the second baseman, Graham, to retire Bezier. So Bezier, after coming back to the field, not wasting any time to swing. If I'm not mistaken, she's only seen 4 pitches on the day. She's been extremely aggressive at the plate. She lined out to third in her first at-bat, and then that ground ball over to second base. She's now 0 for 2 on the day. Annie Campbell now in the box takes that one on the outer half for strike number 1. She walked in her first at-bat, so no official at-bats today, just 1 plate appearance with that walk. Wind continues to howl and blow here at the Tiger softball complex. .48 total pitches for Clark in the circle. Make that 49 total pitches. 37 strikes, 12 balls. Annie Campbell down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swings at that one. That should be good enough to get over the shortstop's head, and it does. Falls short from the left fielder. So Andy Campbell now 1 for 1 on the day, with that hit to left. Tigers now have 5 total hits on the game. Here's a courtesy runner for Andy Campbell. Brooke Chick, number 25, to replace Campbell over at first. West to step in the box, the right fielder for Georgetown.
Brooke Chick. And now batting, the right fielder, number 4, West.
West in the box. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Ground out to France over at third. Chick with a bigger secondary, the catcher Blair trying a back pick to no avail. Got no 1 count. Pitch. West fouls this one into the netting. Count now. No balls and 2 strikes. Catcher Blair trying to throw from her knees. That one overthrown as Chick goes ahead and takes second base. Ball at the plate, so it's now a 1-2 count, but now with a runner in scoring position here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. That pitch missing just away. Count now 2-2. Ooh, West gets drilled right in that right hip as Clark holds on to that one a little bit too long. Tigers now have runners at first and second base.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 13, Reynolds.
For Clark, that was her 11th hit batter of the year for West. That was only her second time being hit on the year. Reynolds now in the box for the Tigers. Randall's 0 for 1 on the day. She had a high fly ball to the shortstop in her last at-bat. Swings at the first pitch right here. That one over to second base. Second baseman will go ahead and tag the runner, throw Randall's out at first. So a double play for the Cumberland University Phoenix Tigers. Had a threatening position going. They get 1 hit in the inning. Only leave 1 on base, so that'll do it for the Tigers in the bottom of the 4th. When we come back, we'll return in the top of the 5th, due up for the Phoenix, the 8-9-1 hitters, Riggle, Dunn, and Graham. We're going to step away for just a moment. You're watching softball on the Tiger Sports Network here on Stretch.
Let's talk numbers. 1, that's our ranking in Kentucky for the difference we make in our students' future earnings. 3, that's the number of years in a row we've been ranked as best in Kentucky for students getting their first job or into graduate school. 100, that's the percentage of fully qualified students from our pre-med program who get accepted into medical school. 30, that's the number of seconds it just took to change your life. Think different. Think GC. Apply for free at georgetowncollege.edu.
Welcome back, folks, to the Tigers softball complex. Georgetown up in this one, 2-0. At the plate is the left fielder, Lexi Riggle. Still in the circle for the Tigers is Brandcamp. Brandcamp in her 5th inning of work. She has 61 total pitches on the day so far. make that 62 on that foul ball by Riggle. Count now 1-2. Riggle grounded out, Riggle reached base safely in the second inning on a fielder's choice. She had a ground ball over to Oliver at shortstop. Oliver coming home to get the force out on the play, stopping the Phoenix from scoring any runs. One-two pitch. That one hit hard and lined just in front of the left fielder, Klamesch, so that the Phoenix now get their third hit of the day. That one coming courtesy of Riggle, and it's a leadoff hit for the Phoenix here in the top of the fifth.
Now batting the right fielder, number 26, Dunn.
The 9-hole hitter and the right fielder, Dee Dunn, now in the box for the Phoenix. She's 0 for 1 on the day. She grounded out to Brainkamp in her first at-bat. Pops up here. Barnett coming in as soon as she saw Dunn squaring around to bunt, and she's able to make that catch as a result of that. It's a great play by Barnett over at third base. The runner Riggle at first, unable to advance on that play as well. So it's an excellent job by Barnett. Brainkamp doing a good job of knowing that Dunn was probably going to bunt, so she was working inside. Really got her in on the hands. There you see another inside pitch. That one missing inside to the leadoff hitter, Graham. Graham 1 for 2 on the day. She grounded out in her first at-bat and then got a single hard up the middle just past Brainkamp on a line drive in her second at-bat. She's now in a good hitter's count right here, 2 balls and no strikes. Riggle at first. She has 2 stolen bases on the year in her 2 attempts. Graham hits that one into left center field. Klamesch coming in across to make the catch for the second out of the inning. It's a great first step by Klamesch in left to be able to get over there, as that was a low line drive coming off the bat of Graham. Woodring now, the center fielder, to step in the box. She's 0 for 1 on the day. She flew out to center field in her first at-bat and then sacrificed herself in her second at-bat. Takes that pitch down and in for ball number 1. Woodring fouls this one into the netting as it comes back. Maddie Sims making the catch, but as I mentioned before, that ball is out of play after it makes contact with any of the additional equipment here at the ballpark. That one missing away. Count now 2-1. Couldn't think quite what the word was to describe the equipment here, but the netting, the walls, in particular, the dugouts. If a ball hits any of those at any point, it is considered out of play. So the players will have to make the catch prior to the ball making contact with any of those. But back at the plate, we do have Woodring with 3-1 count. Brainkamp in the circle. Woodring fouls this one down the right field line and still in play. Kylie West will feed that ball back into the infield. So now a full count. It's the 4th or 5th full count that Brainkamp has kind of gotten herself into. This one, a better situation as she was down in the count 3 balls to 1 strike. Full count pitch. That one rolled foul down that third base line. Brainkamp had a quick top of the 4th inning as she only threw 6 pitches, all of them being strikes. That definitely helps bring down her pitch count a bit. Once again, she threw 31 pitches in the 2nd inning. That pitch does miss up, so that is the 2nd walk administered by Brainkamp on the day with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Phoenix now have runners at first and second base. Their 3-hole hitter, Madison Woodruff, to step in the box. Woodruff 0 for 2 on the day. She has a pair of ground outs over to over to the corners, one to third, and then one to first. This one in on the hands, Barnett in to make the catch. A little miscommunication there between Oliver and Barnett, but they do get it figured out. So no runs for the Phoenix off one hit. That'll do it for Cumberland in the top of the fifth. When we come back in the bottom of the fifth inning, due up for the Tigers. The 1-2-3 hitters, Oliver, Klamesch, and Mitchell, to step to the plate. We're going to step away for just a moment. When we come back, Tigers looking to extend the lead. You're watching softball on the Tiger Sports Network here at Stretch. Welcome back, folks, to the Tiger Softball Complex. Georgetown still up in this one, 2-0 against the Phoenix of Cumberland University. At the plate is Carly Oliver. She's already 2 for 2 on the day with a single to left and a double to right center. That ball just nearly missing the fence as it was only a couple feet short of the top of that fence line. Now pitching for the Phoenix is going to be Emily Cooper. She's number 20. She's coming into this one with an 8.67 ERA. This is her 13th game pitched for the Phoenix. She has pitched in 15 and 1/3 innings, only giving up 21 runs on 27 hits. It is a 2-1 count to Oliver at the plate. It's a good hitter's count. Oliver swinging at that one getting in on the hands for she hits that one off the handle, and it's a weak pop out over to the shortstop Woodruff as a result.
Left fielder, number 2, Klamesch.
The 2-hole hitter, Klamesch, now in the box for Georgetown. She takes that one over the heart of the plate for strike number 1. Klamesch on the day is 1 for 2. She flied out to left in her first at-bat and then got a single up the middle in her second at-bat. That's how Georgetown scored in the bottom of the third. They had 3 hits in a row. This one rolled over to the second baseman, who gets Klamesch over out at first. So 2 quick outs.
The first baseman, number
for the Phoenix.
Mitchell.
Mitchell once again stepping in for her third at-bat. She's 1 for 2 on the day, struck out in her first at-bat, and then a single in her second at-bat. She was a part of that three-hit trio of Oliver, Klamesch, and herself to give the Tigers a couple of runs. Mitchell does have both of the runs batted in on the day. That brings her total up to 38 on the year. Now she's just trailing 2 behind Oliver, but Mitchell's been a big bat for the Tigers all season long. And that's even after she's been out for a certain stint in the middle of the season. Still able to come back and put up some pretty impressive numbers. This one hit down that right field line. That ball will get down, so it will be a for sure double for Mitchell. We'll see if she stretches it into 3. She does not, as Lindsay Mitchell with 2 outs gets a double for the Tigers.
Now batting the third baseman, 0-0, Barnett.
Mitchell now 2 for 3 on the day, single and a double. They do have a pinch runner in for Mitchell. That's number 15, Madison Perito. Kaylin Barnett will still be at the plate. She's the cleanup hitter for the Tigers. It's a big 2-out hit for Mitchell right there. A lot of damage can be done with 2 outs. Tigers have shown that quite a bit here at the Tiger Softball Complex all season long. But as I talk about it quite often, it's definitely a momentum killer for the defense after you get 2 quick outs and they get a 2-out hit. It stops the momentum that you've already generated thus far, and it really gives momentum back to the offense. And with baseball and softball being games that really rely on that heavily, it's that important. Kaylin Barnett absolutely rips that one over that third base dugout. If that was a little bit lower, people in the dugout definitely need to be worried. She really got a lot of barrel on that one. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Cooper delivers. One rolled over to Woodruff. Woodruff trying to go to third. Perito sliding underneath the tag, and she reaches base safely. Tigers now have runners at first and third here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting the catcher, number 7, Sims.
That is an error on the shortstop Woodruff, but Woodruff doing a good job knowing that her next best option was to try and get Perito out over at third base. France just as well, trying to make a good quick tag, but Perito getting underneath it. So once again, Tigers have runners on the corners. At the plate is the catcher, Maddie Sims. Sims' first pitch rolls this one over to Woodruff, and that'll do it for Georgetown in the bottom of the 5th inning. So there was a little bit of a threat on the bases, but with that ground out over to short, that'll do it for the Tigers. They don't get any runs. They do get 1 hit, courtesy of that double from Mitchell. But as we go into the top of the 6th inning, due up for the Phoenix, the 4, 5, 6 hitters, Clark, Wiles, and Blair, looking to start things off for Cumberland. Brandcamp still in the circle for Georgetown. We're going to return here in just a moment. Once again, folks, want to thank you all for tuning in and watching softball on the Tiger Sports Network here on Stretch. Welcome back, folks, to the Tiger Softball Complex. This is Mid-South Conference softball action here. Tigers still up 2-0 against the Phoenix of Cumberland University. Friendly reminder, this is a best 2 out of 3 series, so there is a doubleheader today, so we will have Game 2 after this and a potential Game 3 tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. if we split the day today. At the plate right now is now the designated player, Mariah Clark. She was pitching for the first 4 innings for the Phoenix. Now is the designated player as Emily Cooper, now the pitcher for Cumberland, was the flex player, for the game. But Clark 0 for 2 on the day. She reached base in her first at-bat on an error by the shortstop, Oliver, and then she grounded it out over to Barnett at third. This one in on the hands, gets enough of it, but pulls it foul. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-2 pitch from Brandcamp. That one down in the dirt. Sims doing a good job keeping that one in front and blocking it. Count now full. The 3-2 pitch. That one catches the inner half. Meg Brandcamp gets her second strikeout of the day.
Now batting the first baseman, number 22, Wiles.
With that strikeout right there, Brandcamp now has 54 strikeouts on the year. First baseman Wiles now in the box for the Phoenix. She's 0 for 1 on the day. She walked in her first at-bat, and then she grounded out over to Barnett at third in her second at-bat. Brandcamp delivers that one over the inner half for a strike. Wiles rolls that one over to Oliver. Oliver, quick throw across the diamond for the second out of the inning. So once again, 2 quick outs now for the Tigers. That strikeout of Clark and that ground out by Wiles. That'll bring up the catcher, Blair.
Now batting the catcher, number 30, Blair.
Blair 0 for 2 on the day. Lines that one, high fly ball by Blair. Hits that one over that left field fence, and the Phoenix now get their first run of the ball game. Blair caught a lot of barrel on that one. As soon as that one left the bat, that one was a high, deep drive, and against the wind as well. That wind blowing in from left field. So Blair getting all of that one. She now has 3 home runs on the year, 9 runs batted in.
Now batting the third baseman, number 14, France.
That'll bring up the third baseman, France, to the plate here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Blair got all of that one. That was a well-hit, well-struck ball, especially, like I mentioned, this wind, it's blowing in gusts of up to 7 to 8 miles an hour. So it's really blowing in, and the fact that she was able to put it well out and over as that one went, actually hit midway up the trees out there in left field. That's an impressive bat from her. But at the plate, we do have France now with a 2-1 count. It's still a good hitter's count for France at the plate. France is 1 for 2 on the day. She singled to left, flied out to right, and then now grounds out over to Barnett at third. So that'll do it for the Phoenix. They do get 1 run on that solo shot by Blair. But the Tigers still up 2-1 as we go into the bottom of the 6th inning. Due up for Georgetown, the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Bazier, Campbell, and West, looking to continue to extend the lead as we go into the bottom of the 6th. We're going to step away for just a moment, folks, but we do appreciate everybody tuning in and watching. Welcome back, folks, to the Tiger Softball Complex. Leading off the bottom of the sixth is going to be Peyton Bazier to step into the plate. She takes that one for a ball, count 1-0. Bazier 0 for 2 on the day, line out to third and ground out over to second base. Has been extremely aggressive for her first game back in a while. Bazier on the year for the Tigers. She's hitting .333, 29 hits and 87 at-bats, 10 doubles, 2 home runs. It's this one over to the third base side. Still in a good hitter's count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Cooper still in the circle in her second inning of work for the Cumberland Phoenix. That one missing just down. It looked good from left to right. It did miss down, though, so count now 3-1. Cooper does have 16 walks given up on the year. Bazier elects to swing. Woodruff throws it across the diamond. Good strong throw from her to get Bazier out for the first out of the inning.
The designated player, number 11, Campbell.
Brings up the designated player for Georgetown, Annie Campbell, to the plate. She's 1 for 1 on the day. She walked in her first at-bat and got a single to left in her second. Campbell looking to get things started here. It's been a close game so far between the Phoenix and the Tigers, as you would expect between the 6 and 7 teams in the Mid-South Conference. Georgetown, once again, being that 6th team, and the Cumberland University being the 7th team. Annie Campbell takes that one over the plate for a strike. Count now 1-1. Cooper held on to that one a little bit too long. That one misses way up. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. As a hitter, any pitch that misses to that extreme, whether it be extremely high up or away, you can discount that as a pitch to try and look to see how a pitcher is trying to attack you. But Cooper comes back with another strike, so the count now 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Annie Campbell chops this one over to France at third. France will throw it across, for the second out. So 2 quick outs on 2 ground balls for the Tigers. The 8-hitter and the right fielder, Kylie West, now to step in the box. West trying a bunt attempt. That one hits off the end of the bat, will go foul, but as you can see, she gets down the line fairly quickly, and she uses that speed to her advantage as she tries to make these bunt attempts. The second baseman for the Phoenix, Graham, playing back. A little strange, as we saw when the University of Pikeville came in. Their second baseman was all the way up next to the circle, so different approach here, but with 2 outs. They feel comfortable leaving those middle infielders back. Count now 1-1. West 0 for 1 on the day. She grounded out to France at third in her first at-bat, and then she got hit in that right hip in her second at-bat. Gets jammed in on the hands right there. Another pop-up to France, so that'll do it for the Tigers. They go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 6th.
Georgetown 2, Cumberland 1. Due up for the Phoenix.
As we go to the top of the 7th, the Phoenix look to try and tie this one to keep their day alive. The 8-9 one-hitters, Riggle, Dunn, and Graham, to step into the plate. Once again, those are the 8-9 one-hitters for the Phoenix. We're going to step away for just a moment. When we return, Tigers looking to close out Game 1 of this doubleheader. We'll be back. Welcome back, folks, to the Tiger Softball Complex. Georgetown up against the Phoenix of Cumberland University 2-1. If you're just joining us, we do appreciate having you here. Riggle at the plate for the Cumberland University. She's 1 for 2 on the day. Brandkamp still out in the circle for the Tigers. There's that one about halfway in between home plates and the pitching rubber. Count is 2-1. Through 6 innings so far, Brandkamp has 93 total pitches, 57 strikes, and 36 balls. Make that 37. She has given up 2 walks on the day so far, but she does have 2 strikeouts as well. As expected, this is a close matchup between the 6 and 7 teams. Brandkamp puts that one over the heart of the plate, now full. She's had her day cut out for her. She's worked back from a lot of 3-0, 3-1 counts. Is unable to do so right there, so that'll be Brandkamp's 3rd walk given up on the day, and the Phoenix now have the tying run over at first base.
The right fielder, number 26, Dunn.
Looks like there's going to be a little conversation between the head coach, Stanfill, and the home plate umpire. Looks like there is going to be a pinch runner, number 23, Megan Blackwell, now in to run for Riggle.
First base, number 23, Megan Blackwell.
The 9-hitter, Dee Dunn, in the box for Cumberland right now. Brandkamp delivers strike looking for this first pitch. Blackwell over at first, 1 for 1 in stolen bases on the year. Brandkamp not wasting any time against Dunn. Gets ahead early, no balls and 2 strikes. The on-deck circle for the Phoenix is the second baseman and the leadoff hitter, Tyra Graham. Dunn just gets enough barrel on that one through the 3-4 hole. Blackwell coming over to throw. Kylie West with a great throw. Great throw over to Barnett, and they are able to get Blackwell out as Blackwell steps out of the baseline. I'm pretty sure that was the call right there. Barnett trying to tag her, but Blackwell trying to evade, does step out of the baseline. The home plate umpire coming across to make that call. Kylie West with a cannon over in right field. Haven't seen a lot of action from the outfielders throwing home, but Kylie West delivers a strike to Barnett, and they get that lead runner out. Dunn now to replace Blackwell over at first. Graham at the plate. Graham skies this one up. Maddie Sims, the catcher, to make the catch for the second out of the inning. The Phoenix now down to their final out of the ball game.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 21, Woodring.
For the Phoenix, I can't blame their aggressiveness on the bases in Blackwell. Trying to go from first to third, that run is extremely important. At the plate, Woodring, she fouls this one down that left field line and out of play. But in that situation, making the first out over at third base is kind of a cardinal sin. But with that catch by Peyton Bajer, the Tigers go ahead and take game number 1 once again of this doubleheader, and this is best 2 out of 3 in the series for this Mid-South Conference tournament opening round. Georgetown Tigers beat the Cumberland University Phoenix 2-1. We'll be back in about 20 to 30 minutes for game number 2 of the series. If Tigers win that one, they'll go on and move to they'll go on and move to the MSC tournament. We'll go ahead and take a look at what that bracket looks like right now. Georgetown being the 6th team, if all the lower seeds, higher seeds, like the 2, 3, 4, and 5, and Lindsay, Freed, Cumberland's, and Bethel go ahead and win their series as well, Georgetown will be 6th in that conference tournament, and they'll be facing off against the 3 seed. So that's what the Tigers have looking forward to go from there. But once again, that is after and only if they do take this second game from Cumberland's either today or tomorrow. But hopefully we can get it done today and sweep the day, generate a lot of momentum going forwards. But as I mentioned before, folks, want to thank you all for tuning in and watching softball. That'll do it for our live coverage of Game 1 of this doubleheader. We do appreciate you joining us. If you can't make it for game number 2, you can always go ahead and follow us on social media to stay up to date and get the recap and watch game number 1. You can do that by going ahead and clicking the subscribe button on YouTube to go and follow. Games typically get posted within 24 to 48 hours after, and we do post all the live games that we do cover here at the college. But we do appreciate you for joining us from everybody here at the college. My name is Ben Robison, along with our wonderful Tiger Sports Network crew. We do appreciate you joining us. You've been watching Tiger Softball on the Tiger Sports Network here on Stretch.